No, no, no. You gotta go double chocolate, but melt both sides a little while you roast the marshmallow. That way everything's all melty and delicious.
I'm more of a fan of the classic. What about you, Bram?
What's the old Salvation Army song say? Send the fire!
Somehow, I'm not sure that's what William Booth had in mind.
Can I ask you guys about something?
Sure. The thing is, you want to find the hottest part of the fire and just get the mellow right down in there.
Thanks, but I wasn't going to ask about that.
Sure, what's up?
You guys know Sonia, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we've kind of gotten to be good friends this year, and sometimes she asks me stuff about church stuff.
You mean the uniforms and everything?
Or what the heck is a timbrel?
No. More like what I believe about life and death and right and wrong, that kind of stuff. Like, I think she's asking me about Jesus.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be, I know.
Kat, you're like probably the best person in the world to ask about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thanks. But it makes me really nervous. What if I say something the wrong way? Or she misunderstands me? I don't want to get it wrong.
It's not on you to get everything completely right. When I accepted Jesus as my savior, it wasn't just because of one thing. It was a whole sequence of things.
Like what?
Well, we hadn't been coming to the core for very long, and I started to notice a change in my mom. I don't know, she just seemed like she was lighter or something. Like, she started laughing more around the house. She'd still get stressed out sometimes, but it was different. I still didn't understand a lot of what church was about, but it was doing something in our family, so I thought it was worth sticking around. One night, I woke up and went to go get some water, and I heard my mom praying. She was thanking God for bringing her joy again. And then she started praying that I'd know joy too. At first, I didn't know what to think. It felt weird, like I don't know that I want whatever it is she was asking for me. Then, the next Sunday, the sermon was about the joy of the Lord being our strength, and that He loves us so much that we bring Him joy. And I felt it. I felt it deep down that Jesus loved me, and that I loved Him too, and that He died for me, and that I wasn't alone. So, I went down to pray.
That's beautiful.
It wasn't just the sermon. It wasn't just my mom. God uses all of it.
For sure. I came to know Jesus through a really bad magic act.
What?
Well, sort of. We were at camp, just like Turk said. I'd been coming to the Corps for a little bit, and then I found out we could go to camp. And I sort of felt guilty, because they were going to send me on this little vacation, even though I didn't know how I felt about everything they were teaching. But I wasn't going to let a sweet deal like camp get away from me. So, anyways, all week long, there are all these Bible teachings and devotionals and stuff, and that was fine. But I mostly just wanted to go swimming. The pool was so sweet. So there was this one night meeting where the counselor tried to do this magic trick, and he called me up to be his assistant. Well, the trick was supposed to show how sin was bad and messes us up, but Jesus helps us get clean. Only the whole thing fell apart, literally, in my hands. I was afraid that I'd messed up real bad and that he was going to be really upset, but he just laughed it off, sat us all down, and told us that God isn't asking us to be perfect before He can love us, and that He sees us and loves our hearts. So even if we try and fail, He knows us. I told my counselor afterward that I felt bad that I ruined his trick. He laughed again and said it was totally fine, that it would be pretty bad if he didn't forgive me over a lesson about Jesus.
That's so true.
I went back to our cabin and laid awake thinking about that for a long time, way past lights out. It didn't happen at once, but I kept thinking about it and thinking about it night after night. And then one night I felt like I needed to pray and actually talk to Jesus and thank Him for saving me and accepting me and to help me be better, even though He loves me already.
I know what that feels like. Struggling with feeling good enough is one of the things that I feel like Jesus saved me from, for sure. I really had a hard time with losing my parents, and I thought that I needed to be someone they would always be proud of. My abuelo made sure that I grew up in a loving home.
Yeah, Mr. B's great.
Sure is.
But there are different ways to feel love, and the way I needed to feel love wasn't going to come from a person. I didn't know it, but all of my achievements, trophies, ribbons, certificates, all of it, it wasn't going to make anyone love me the way I wanted. What I needed was to know that I was loved. Deep down, who I was, who I am, is loved. Even without any abilities or awards, completely loved, without condition. And the full story of just how loved I am is in Jesus. Him coming to us, to be with us, to do for us, to beat death for us, all so we can be with Him. You're right. I didn't come to learn that from just one conversation with one person. God uses all of his creation to bring us to him.
For sure.
You'll know what to say, Kat.
Just share your story. God's already been speaking to Sonia, probably already through you.
I hope you're right.
I'm sure of it.
Thanks. Look at that sky.
Yeah.
Send the fire!
Whoa!
Sweet.
Killer!